Having the attitude of gratitude, that's where you want to be this year. Moving into 2023, there's a lot of things that people can complain about. We've had a really rough and turbulent 2022, the elections, the inflation, the cost, all of that stuff has caused a lot of strain and stress. And then we're worried about our business and coming post-COVID. I want you to erase all of that out of your mind and put it all behind you, because your life is what you create. It is what you create for yourself. You create your own universe. You create the environment you want to be in. You surround yourself with the people who are willing and able and contributing to your well-being, such that you feel obligated to do the same in return, that you want to reciprocate, not because it's a win-win relationship, because that begs obligation, that begs a preconceived notion, because that's who you are and that's who you want to exemplify and use yourself as a life example for your employees, your staff, your community, your family, your children. To me, one of the greatest rewards I ever achieved in running my own business for 20 some plus years, 23 years, I think it was, is the reward of seeing my children grow up and be in their mid-20s and feel like they can do anything they want to do. They can achieve anything they want to achieve. They can be their own little LLC. They can be their own little 1099 gig worker. They can go work for somebody else, being an employee. They can actually drive the car of their life forward without being told when to come to work, when to take a break, when to go to lunch, when I can give you a vacation. Like, that's fine if it's a great company environment where you're an entrepreneur within that company and you feel like you're part of the momentum of success. I think that's the onus or the responsibility that an employer has to an employee. So I'm not here dictating or criticizing or lecturing you on should you be an employee or an employer, but if you understand that you should have the right, you should have the freedom, you should have the ease of movement between employee, employer, entrepreneur, that's what I'm talking about. That's the message. And being grateful that you live in a country that the steering wheel of life is really there for you to grab it. You know, I often say, take a snapshot of yourself today. Take a picture of yourself 5 years from now. Do those two pictures look the same? Has anything changed? Has anything gotten better? Has anything improved? Have you achieved some common goals, purposes, targets, some milestones in your life? Because if you have, it's because you put forth effort, time, energy, probably revenue, resources, finances. It takes money to make money, people have often said. I'm not the one that came up with that, as you obviously know. And it's true. It is true. You have to invest in you. Invest in yourself. Make a difference for 2023. Be grateful for the idea that you live in a place, you live in an environment, you live in a country where there are groups and that is my mission, right? That is the whole thing behind Meg Academy or Meg Business Management, are all of our services, whether it be billing, collections, credentialing, contracting, which we help you with, virtual front desk, the drama. I mean, I had people at PPS tell me they're paying $25 an hour for a virtual for a human being to work their front desk. To do what? Schedule, over the counter, cancellations, no-shows, patient registration. $25 an hour. That position isn't a $25 an hour position, but people are being held ransom because the pond you're fishing in is so small. I guarantee you, if you're grateful and grateful for where you live and where you work and looking at the profession that you chose, then you probably recognize by now it's time to throw out the box, not think outside the box, throw out the box, create a new paradigm, and realize, which I've truly believe, is within the next 5 to 7 years, over 50% of all PT offices are only going to have a DPT, PTA, and a tech in them. All of that admin staff, you cannot afford the reviews, the performance, the time off, the benefits, the drama, I'm not showing up, the retraining, the short-term stint that they're working within your practice, right? So my message here is that I find us together right now at this very moment where the logistical operational changes and the societal drive and demand for us to be the best us and live our life with purpose and meaning and principle, they're colliding. They're colliding. And because they're colliding, you have to unmock the preconceived ideas and notions that we have been living with for the last several decades and realize and truly recognize that the future happiness that you have with your family and friends and community and peers and coworkers is in your hands. It's literally in your hands to make something of it. All you have to do is change your fixed ideas, just question those fixed ideas and create new assumptions and put everything you can, whether it be time, money, energy, into learning how you can live the life with true freedom. And my definition of freedom is having financial stability along with time flexibility, such that you can spend your time and money and resources doing those things that are most important to you, that give back in the greatest way. I live my life by the Go Giver book, Values and Principles. And if you haven't read it or heard it, I highly recommend it to you. Giving more in value, giving more to others than you ever expect to get in return. Zig Ziglar said, in order for you to have what you want, you have to give others what they want first. What have you done to contribute to the well-being and improvement of others in their life? That's what motivates me. That's what gets me out of bed. That's what excites me about having 70 plus employees in 30 different states, is because to some degree, big or small, we are helping someone out there. Maybe you, maybe someone you know, maybe you've done a reference, maybe you've called and done a practice assessment call. You know someone, something, somehow connected to us that we've been able to help them in their life. We've helped them live their life a little bit better than where they were before they met us. What are you doing for that? What are you grateful for to begin with? Knowing that we're not the center of the universe and knowing that you and all the rest of the human beings are strangely interconnected with this thread of energy, that when you're in a crowd, in a group of people that are uptone, upbeat, happy, that you become that too. But when you're around a group of people that aren't, you also become that as well. And now recognizing that you're going to leave in a place of employment, start your own practice, or maybe you've already started your own practice, and you realize, you recognize, and you're grateful for the fact that you're the leader of that group, and you can set that tone, you can set that message, you can set that mood, you can contribute to them both personally and professionally. That's America, man. That's America, baby. That is, to me, that is what this country is all about, is how can we contribute to raising the level of life for everyone in our community. Leave no person behind. That's what I want for you. I hope you get that out of this motivational video at this moment, because the logistics behind it, the doingness actions, are all spelled out. They're all there. That's the easy part. I can help you with that and connect you with that. And I want that for you. The mental mindset, that's the part you have to do. So that's it, everybody. Have that mental attitude of gratitude, and I guarantee you, you're going to go into this holiday season with a big bounce in your step, a big old whistle, and a smile on your face. I wish you all the best.